Everyone thinks the way people treat you is just about your personality, looks, or money. But that's not true at all. The real difference isn't what's on the outside. It's something way smaller, something you do in the first 30 seconds. You don't need to be charismatic or outgoing to change how people respond to you. You just need to shift one invisible signal you send without knowing it. Today, I'm going to show you 5 simple shifts that change that signal. These aren't hard to learn, but most people never figure them out. If you start doing these things, you'll notice changes right away. Conversations will feel lighter. People will remember you differently. They'll lean in, not look away. And you'll feel that quiet shift where the room orbits around you instead of you forcing your way in. So let's jump right in. Here's something most people get wrong. When someone asks them a simple question, they turn it into a biography. They over-explain. They justify. They give 10 reasons for something needing one word. They think being thorough makes them trustworthy. But people who naturally command respect do something totally different. Instead of dumping information, they answer with curiosity. They say things like, "That's interesting. What made you think of that?" Or they give a 5-word answer and stop. They're not trying to prove they're smart. They're seeing if the other person is worth their energy. And here's the crazy part. When you stop explaining and start observing, people actually want to know more. They lean in. They ask follow-up questions. That's when you go from chasing approval to filtering for connection. People who get treated well know this secret. You can't force someone to respect you, but you can make them curious enough to earn it. Most people get stuck on small moments. They say something weird and replay it for 3 days. Someone doesn't text back and they think they've been ghosted forever. They have one quiet moment and think the connection is dead. But people who move through the world easily zoom out like a camera. They don't see one awkward pause. They see a pattern. Maybe they were tired. Maybe the other person was distracted. Maybe the topic didn't land. They don't see a strange look as proof they're disliked. They see it as information. What happened? What can they try next? When you zoom out, awkward moments become weather, and weather passes. People who get treated well ask themselves, what's really going on here? What can I control? What should I try next? They don't panic. They plan. This one is huge. Most people waste so much energy trying to manage how they're perceived. They rehearse stories to seem cooler. They check if someone liked their message. They mirror whoever they're talking to, losing themselves. That performance makes them exhausted and invisible. People who get treated well have a simple rule. If I can't control it, I don't perform for it. Instead, they focus on what they can control. Can't control if someone likes you. Can't control whether you like them back. Can't control if a conversation flows. Can control whether you're being honest. Can control if you fit in. Can control whether you belong to yourself first. This saves them so much energy. Energy they can use to actually be present, be warm, be real. When you stop auditioning for everyone, you start attracting the right ones. Most people are scared of empty space. When there's a pause in a conversation, they rush to fill it. They laugh at jokes they don't get. They agree with opinions they don't hold. They talk just to prove they're still in the room. But people who get treated well are comfortable with silence. They let a question hang in the air. They don't interrupt. They let people finish their thoughts. And here's something cool. Silence makes people feel safe. When you pause before answering, people think your words are chosen, not rehearsed. When you let a moment breathe, people show their real selves. Quiet people often seem more trustworthy than loud people. Not because they know more, but because they don't need to convince anyone. Try this. Next time someone asks you something important, let the quiet last 3 seconds longer than it wants to. You'll be amazed how much deeper the conversation becomes. This might be the most important one. Most people react to social pressure immediately. Someone seems unimpressed, they try harder. Someone gives them attention, they overshare. Someone seems bored, they perform. But people who get treated well do something different. They pause. When a room feels heavy, they take a breath. They ask themselves, is this my insecurity or is this real? When someone is cold to them, they don't chase warmth. They think, this person might be fighting something I can't see. How do I respond without making it about me? This isn't about being cold. It's about being steady. The person who stays grounded while everyone else is performing, that person has gravity. The person who observes while others react, that person makes better choices. And better choices create better reputations. Here's what this all means. You don't need to be the funniest person in the room. You don't need to know everyone. You don't need to change your face, your voice, or your story. You just need to move differently than most people. Stop explaining. Zoom out. Stop performing. Get comfortable with silence. Pause before you react. Most people won't do these things. They'll keep oversharing, overthinking, and overcompensating. But practice these 5 habits for 7 days, and something amazing will happen. You'll see connection where others see competition. You'll stay calm when others get desperate. You'll make better impressions because you're present, not performing. People will come to you. They'll want to know why you seem so sure. And the best part, none of this requires you to be born magnetic or special. It just requires you to pay attention, to hold your center, to choose your responses instead of just reacting. That's what real presence looks like. And now you know how to build it. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick just one of these 5 habits. Don't try to do all of them at once. That's how most people fail. Maybe you want to start pausing before you perform, or practice answering without explaining. Choose one. Focus on it for the next 7 days. Here's something that'll help you stick with it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Why? Because here on Inner Thoughts, I make videos like this every week. Videos that help you understand yourself and feel confident and move through the world with quiet power. When you subscribe, you're not just getting content. You're joining a community growing from the inside out. Also, if this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find these ideas too. And drop a comment below. Tell me which of these 5 habits you're going to try first. I read every single comment and I love hearing about your progress. Remember, you don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to start thinking differently, one habit at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.